Ooh, oh, Uncle Curdy Kurt. I'm in a mood. I'm in a mood. I'm in a mood, ladies and gentlemen. Remember the future. Remember the future, right there, baby. Remember the future. My cat is here. No, no, not right now. No, no snack for you. Not right now. Not right now. Let me look. I'm not gonna be long. I'm in a mood. I'm in a mood. All right. First things first. Welcome to CNN. I'm Kirk Kennedy. Let's go in. On this channel, we take no part in the unfruitful works of darkness, but instead expose them. All right, so this is late for me. I don't usually do videos. It's 9:33 on Eastern Standard Time. I'm out of DC, Maryland, DC. So this is a little late. I usually don't do videos this late, but I'm in a mood. All right, so this is probably my last video for a while on like sort of the atheist ideology. No, not right now. No, I said no. My cat is pressed, man. This dude is like he's trying to bully me, man. I'm the OG in this house, right? Here's the thing, man. All right, so yesterday, the last 2 days, I've done videos. 2 days ago, I did a video looking at a Frank Turek video answering an atheist question on hell. And then yesterday, I did what many people would call Pascal's wager, right? Now, Pascal's wager just essentially is basically you saying, if you compare ideologies, like if you compare the unbelieving end versus the Christian's end, if I'm wrong and you're right, then I lose nothing. But if I'm right and you're wrong, right? That's kind of it. I remember it, but I wasn't thinking of Pascal's wager when I said what I said yesterday. And so someone put in the comment section, when I was in the city, I was in DC, taking my boys to get their hair done. I don't get my hair done until Friday. I like to be nice on Sunday, fresh. But I got a little shape up, cleaned up, you know what I'm saying, right? So I'm in the car with my boys. I get this notification. I'm driving on New York Avenue. I was at a red light, so I kind of read it. And I think atheists really just feel like they just have the corner on this stuff, and like they get us cornered with this kind of language. So I'm going to say it one more time for the unbelievers in the back. And if you're a believer of the Christian tradition like I am, let me give you some game real quick about how to answer this. So essentially, the comment was basically that, you know, Pascal's wager is a dumb argument because you're telling me to believe in something that you can't prove, right? Essentially, they're saying that, like, you want me to believe in something that you can't prove to be true. In fact, no religions can prove themselves to be true. I'll believe it when it proves to be true, but because your religion, you can't prove it to be true, then it's a dumb thing for me to believe something that I don't know is true, all right? That wasn't why I said what I said. If that's what Pascal's wager was, you should believe in something that you don't believe is true because that's better than what you actually believe is true. If that's what Pascal did, that's not what I said. I said it. The reason why I said if atheism is right, then I don't lose anything by living the way I'm living, because even scientifically, I'm still living a good life from a scientific perspective, right? Just well-being, all of that. I wasn't saying you should believe in something that you don't think is true. I was saying, I'm telling you, atheists, why I would never be an atheist and believe what you believe, because what you believe to be true is no different in terms of the morality. In terms of the morality, most people are trying to be good moral persons. Of course, there's a difference in all of those things, right? But let me. So then the person said this about this: you can't believe this to be true. You can't prove it to be true. For the believer who's listening, who gets hung up on these things, and for the atheist, my friend, let me respond. This is going to be my last atheist video for a while, because these arguments, they're not very strong to me. I'm not trying to judge or be self-righteous. I just was in the mood to respond to this. So here's the thing. The reality that you can't prove Christianity to be true. All right. Let's say that that's right. Here's the problem with that argument, that atheist argument, is everyone has confidence in things they can't prove are true. You just can't. So if I'm having a conversation with an atheist and they say that to me, my next question will be this: hey, what are you doing? Where are you going on vacation next year? Or what are you doing next month? When's your birthday? Such and such. What are you doing for your birthday? Right? As soon as they give an answer, well, we're going to go on this trip. You know what my next question would be? Based on what evidence? What evidence do you have that you'll be alive tomorrow? What evidence do you have, atheists, that you'll be alive on your birthday, that you'll be alive next Christmas, that you'll be alive to go on that trip with your friends that you planned next summer? What evidence do you have that you can prove that you'll be alive to actually go on that trip? Do you know how many people today yesterday thought they would be alive today that did not, they're dead today? Some of them died in their sleep, they died, whatever. Some people didn't. I would say the vast majority of people, unless you have some terminally disease, the vast majority of people presume that they'll be alive tomorrow and so forth. This is why James said, listen, don't presume that you'll be alive. You should say, if the Lord wills it, you know what I'm saying? So I say Lord willing a lot, or if the Lord allows, because I don't want to presume. And that was his correction. You don't know if you're going to be alive tomorrow. It's not a promise anyone. Here's the problem with this argument. You can't prove it to be true. Everyone believes in things you can't prove, right? So let me, to the point I'm trying to make is this. Listen, if that's the standard, you cannot believe it unless you can prove it. Then here's the sobering reality for every atheist out there. You cannot plan or invest. I know plenty of atheists that have diversified portfolios. Why are you investing, fam? You can't prove that you'll be alive to recoup the money if you make it. You can't prove that the company is going to actually benefit. You have confidence in your planning, what you're investing in, that you're going to see profits or whatever you're after, and so you do that. You live your life, and then if it doesn't happen, then you got to recover, right? Can we please stop pretending like Christians are the only one who have confidence in something they can't prove? And I'm doing this, I'm not going to get into why we prove it, can't prove it. I'll be honest with you. Here's what 1 Corinthians 2:14 says. I'm not going to pull it up because I just did this real quick, this video. It says this: the man without the Spirit of God does not accept the things that come from the Spirit of God, for they are foolishness to him, and he cannot understand them because they are spiritually discerned. So yes, atheists, you're right. I cannot prove to you that God exists and the Christian God. You're absolutely right. You know why? Because God says you don't have the Spirit of God, and so it will sound like foolishness to you because our faith is spiritually discerned. Now, I'm not saying we can't have this conversation and we can't talk. What I'm saying, I'm not trying to prove anything to you, but you're not, but I'm trying to say this is what I believe. And if you don't believe it, I'm not the one I don't have any vested interest apart from the joy of your potential salvation. So you're right. On one level, Christians cannot, because it's a spiritual thing. The man without the Spirit does not accept the things that come from the Spirit of God. I get it. We preach to people because we don't know whom the Lord will allow to understand and make connections and believe, right? But listen, you can't plan or invest if that's the standard. You can't prove it. You cannot prove that you'll be alive tomorrow, and yet almost every atheist I've ever met assumes and has plans for the future without any proof. Can we please stop pretending like Christians who have a hope in heaven or some future or Jesus coming back are somehow the idiots when everyone in the world has confidence about being in a place or being in a time that they cannot prove, right? You can't prove it. So it's a dumb argument to me. Now, someone's going to come to the comment, well, yeah, but no offense. I don't really care. Just like you don't care about what I believe, I don't. And the reason why is because every accusation against Christianity and against what our God does or doesn't do can be labeled at anything atheists believe as well. I'll end with this. I said this in a prior video, but let me make this point. When people be like, why does your God allow evil and suffering then, right? And Christians are like, oh my gosh, well, free will. And we get into all those arguments, right? Here's the reality. I'm not trying to defend God. I want you to defend why you don't believe in God. So if you're worried about a good God that you think is not, you're trying to say he's not good because of evil and suffering. Simply then, what do you believe? Well, I believe in the universe. Okay. Has the universe stopped evil and suffering? I believe in science. Okay, has science stopped evil and suffering? I don't believe in anything. Okay, has anything stopped evil and suffering? There's nothing that anyone believes in has an answer or has stopped evil and suffering. So why are you good for not believing in my God because of evil and suffering when whatever you believe in opposition instead of my God hasn't stopped evil or suffering either? Believers, brothers, sisters, atheists, friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ear. It's the same thing. We have hope. I believe that the hope of the Bible and the hope of Christianity is a much better unproven hope than what you believe in. I mean, honestly, if you don't have, you can't prove the Big Bang Theory. You can't prove it. You can't prove it, but people believe it. Scientists swear by it. They defend it. They act like there's more proof of the Big Bang Theory than a creator. Well, folks, I just think it's foolish. So anyway, Uncle Kurt, I'm just in the mood. This is my last atheist video for a while until someone comes at me with a really, really good, mind-bending question that I really want to wrestle with. Because I don't think any of these questions that they're coming, because everything that Christians get accused of, whatever atheists believe, has the same problems. The difference is I believe in a being who hears me, who saves me, who forgives me, and who has a place prepared for me, as opposed to you're living in the same problem. So no, I'm not Pascal. I'm not trying to convince any atheist to believe in something they don't think is true. I'm just simply telling you why there's no way in HE double hockey stick why I could ever believe what you believe is true. Because you're left with the same problems, but with no hope. I would rather look, you can do it the hard way or the hard way with God. I would rather live in this life, as hard and difficult as it is, with the hope in God, even if I can't prove that he's true, than live without him and have no hope at all. I don't think so, but what do I know? This is the trifecta. This is my third video in a row about atheism. Until someone gives me a really good argument, and I've heard all of them, Richard Dawkins, I don't think their arguments are so strong. And I think some of the back and forth with these atheists, they're cool for informational exchange purposes, but I don't think there's any really good arguments against what Christianity. I just don't see them. I don't see them. And so I'm not going to comment anymore. All right, I'm out of here. Thank you for whoever's watching. I know I don't usually do videos this late, but just listen. Everyone. In the Greek, everyone means everyone. Everyone has confidence in things they can't prove. Please stop acting like Christians are the only one that have confidence in things they can't prove. If you think you're going to be alive to go on vacation this summer, you can't prove you'll be alive. I think I'm going to heaven when I die because of Jesus. You said I can't prove it? Okay, then we're in the same boat. But I would rather have confidence in him than have confidence in not him. Deuces.